Welcome, everybody. This is the Sky Media Ventures podcast, season 2, episode 1. We're glad to have you guys listen in and just want to tell you a little bit about Sky Media Ventures and who the heck is Nathaniel J. Carrasco. Well, Sky Media Ventures, we're a media and marketing company. We've just turned 1 year old a couple days ago. So we had a very fantastic 12 months. First 7 months was a big, huge learning curve. And then after that 7 months, good things happen when you keep on pursuing. But we also have a media side of our company, and that's what you're watching right now. We decided to create a podcast to shine, to expose people's talents, people's gifts to the world, and really dive deep into what makes them tick, how they accomplish these goals, but more importantly, how you can start to formulate your own goals and really how to get from point A to point B all the way to Z. Who I am, I'm a young entrepreneur here in Palm Beach County with a background of sales, business development, business negotiating, and I think I have a story for you guys to hear, but in the future, more importantly, I want to hear your guys' story. So I think a good question is, Nathaniel, why are you even doing this? Well, I'm going to give you the short answer. Why not? But the long answer is, I got to experience some dramatic failures in my life very, very early on. Some catastrophic failures. Failures that I feel like most people don't get to experience, and it really caused some very bad, situations a little bit later on in life. I remember being 19 years old, just turned 19, thinking, did I miss out? Did I miss out on the good life? Here I am, high school dropout, 2-time expulsee, got expelled in middle school, expelled in high school, 2-time juvenile probation, on probation, total of 12 months, 2 different terms, in and out of the courtroom, high school dropout, and got a young lady pregnant. And she left me after 3 months of my daughter's birth. Man, at 19, I felt like a loser. And I felt like the good life was far from me. And, I think when you hate losing, you're willing to change. When most people hate change, they're willing to lose. And so that led me on a search for mentors. And those mentors had changed my life. So I think that's the reason why we created this podcast, because once the mentors started to come in and taught us new disciplines for the future, it led to a revolution of great life experiences afterwards. And I want everybody in the world to experience living the good life. Health, wealth, love, happiness, faith, faith in Jesus Christ. I cannot tell you that I've gotten to this point without God. So when Sky Media Ventures was first formulated, I dropped to my knees and I said, God, yes, we want to make a profit. Yes, we want to be millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. But more importantly, how can we change somebody's life? How can they listen to our information and then have their life change? So I think that's the huge reason why we're doing this. Yes, the marketing is great, but I think what's more important and the true meaning of prosperity is not how much you make, but how much you give. And that's very, very important. And so what are the things we're going to talk about here on the Sky Media Ventures podcast? We're going to be bringing in guests of young entrepreneurs, older business people, talented individuals, rappers, musicians, artists, salespeople, people who have done something fabulous, and they're willing to come on this platform and share it to the world. I think that is something that really attracts myself to this type of environment, and I hope that whoever's listening and watching has a hunger for more, because that's the type of space that we're trying to attract. Those people who are hungry, Even Les Brown said it, and I met Les Brown earlier this year. He says, you have to be hungry hungry to accomplish anything, hungry for a goal. So that is, I think, a main reason why, why we're doing this podcast. And someone might ask, hey, Nate, is the things you're saying, is it original? Far from it. The things that I'm going to be saying in this podcast are far from original. In fact, I think we're in a time where we have to teach old principles to new people, to a new generation. In a generation where we're inundated with information but lacking wisdom, we want to go ahead and teach old principles to new people. So I think that's a very, very exciting thing. We definitely love to see the spark in people's eyes when they say, man, because you recommended that podcast, because you recommended that book, because you recommended connecting with that person, it's changed my life. And I think one of the biggest joys in this world is for someone to put your name in their testimony. I mean, wow, that's an amazing feeling for them to say, hey, because you came along, my life didn't just change, but it grew. And I think that's what we're trying to accomplish here. We want people to listen to information, to affect their thinking, affect their actions, and affect their results. But we've learned you can only affect someone's results if you change the information that's going into their mind. In fact, the great Zig Ziglar says it best. He goes, you could change who you are, you could change what you are, and you can change where you are by changing what goes into your mental factory. So it's a little bit about the Sky Media Ventures podcast. We're looking forward to bringing in guests. Follow us on all of our social medias. I mean, we're everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, YouTube. I mean, you could find us pretty much everywhere. And if you needed to reach out to us, please go on our website, skymediaventures.com. You could email me directly. You could call me directly. I'll give you my cell phone number. It's 928-727-4493, and that's a direct line to Nathaniel J. Carrasco. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear your story. And more importantly, I'd love to hear the plan you have in place to get over that hump. And well, thank you guys. This concludes our first episode, and we're looking forward to many, many more episodes. And remember, sky's the limit.